Sure, my name is Bryce Crocker, ex-executive of Xstrata. I joined Jervois in 2017 along with a number of other ex-Xstrata, Glencore, WMC Resources executives. We're looking to create something that's different in the junior mining space, a company that has the construction, commissioning, operating, technical and financial capability to build and operate mining projects in a way that typically doesn't exist in junior companies of our size. Our core asset is called Nicko Young. It's a nickel laterite, cobalt laterite in New South Wales, located 300 kilometres from the coast, the port of Wollongong. I guess with these type of deposits, there's a number of aspects which are critical, namely location, infrastructure. As I said, 300 kilometres by rail from the port of Port Kembla. We're 12 kilometres from that railhead. That's existing rail functioning today. 135,000 tonne of wheat is exported in a 6-week window. The site is rolling farmland, so the environmental constraints are limited compared to most other nickel cobalt projects that you'll find, which are usually based in countries like Philippines, Madagascar, Indonesia, where you've got rainforest issues, etc. The quality of the resource of ours is good. The metallurgy we think is quite unique, and we're pursuing, most importantly, a different type of flow sheet. We're looking at a low capex heap leach alternative. We don't believe that there's a viable business model for spending billions of dollars, as some of our peers are on very high risk, capital intensive, long lead time projects. We're looking to heap leach, low technical risk, low construction risk, low operating risk once we've stabilised the heaps, and to get into production quickly to take advantage of the current and the forecast deficit in raw materials for batteries. Company milestones, I guess the key is really the PFS at the moment. So PFS is underway. We've got a large number of groups that are assisting us that each have, that were selected as a result of a competitive tender that have expertise in both heap leaching, but not just on a study basis. We're looking for groups that have experience in construction and experience in operations. So the PFS is really the key work stream that's underway now. That will be due in the end of September. The PFS will then roll into a DFS. We're also submitting an EIS in January, and that will roll through, and we expect to receive permitting and have a finalised DFS towards the end of 2019 to facilitate construction. The team, as I said, it's kind of the usual suspects. It's a bunch of ex-Xstrata, Glencore, WMC Resources executives who've worked together for a long time. We first worked together in 2004, associated with the hostile bid for WMC. So I guess we've also drawn on some key individuals, particularly from the heap leach operation at Manara or Murrin, which was the only commercial heap leach operation in the Western world that operated for 7 years outside of China. So there's a large group of individuals who've been associated with that project and therefore have the operating technical capability and the experience of how you actually construct and operate these plants that have come in under the wing of the PFS structure. So it's again, the capability and the bench strength that we have that are working on the PFS. I'm confident that you won't find $100 million companies typically will have that sort of resourcing available to them. I think for us, we're massive believers in the thematic. The nickel and cobalt, they are critical raw materials for cathode, raw precursor materials for the lithium-ion batteries. But again, how we're choosing to play this cycle is to not just kick the can down the road and talk about conceptual projects that we either lack the financial capacity or, in the cases of many of our peers, the operating and technical capacity to actually execute. We're looking to get into production and have that degree of cash flow that then provides its direct leverage to the cycle as and when forecast structural deficits arise, which I think is kind of inevitable in terms of how we see the EV rollout occurring. It's a great setup. I mean, it just means that you can hit a lot of meetings very quickly. We're all busy on the PFS, so the less time I spend away from the project team, the better, and one-to-one facilitates that.